ceremonies right after this event down here in the winner's circle. Well, we want the top 3 riders. $1,300 for first, $700 for second, $400 for third place. And look at this, 8, 9 riders already battling for the lead as they break away from the rest of the pack. You call it, it's too close to call. They're coming up to you guys up on the top of the hill in a swarm. It was Richard Moore out in front, the Vance and Hines sponsored rider leading. Then in second spot, Chris Stewart. In third spot, 216. That's Ian Perot, the New Zealand rider who got a great start. He's back in third. In fourth spot is James Domey. In fifth spot is bike number 26. That's Jeff Hagan, the Northern California rider, currently third in the points, now running fifth. In sixth spot is bike number 36. We don't have a 36 down here yet. We'll have to check that next time around. He was making a pass. And then came Mike Minnig running in seventh spot. We should see Minnig up there in the top 3 when it comes time for the 1100cc race. Now, it could be Scott Camness who made that pass and is up there in sixth spot. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. Right now, it's Richard Moore leading with, it looks like, Chris Stewart on his heels as they come down the front straightaway, or the back straightaway. Chris Stewart now, remember, for a long time, raced 250 GP back in the back in the late 70s, early 80s, and now does battle with David Emdy a lot out there in the Formula USA event. And Stewart, of course, one of the riders that went down real hard here a couple of weekends ago. Look at this. 6 riders going for the lead, and they're all trying to find a way around the rider ahead of them. Here they come out of turn number 9. Richard Moore is not going to have an easy time of it on that Vance and Hines bike. He was leading last time around. Look at the jockeying for positions. Woo, as they come down to complete another lap, it's still Moore out in front with James Dumais now in second spot, Stewart in third, with the New Zealand rider Ian Perot in fourth. As they head around turn number 1, it's still Moore, but I'm telling you, he's got a host of riders right on his rear tail. And look at Dumais now. Dumais on the Suzuki of Glendale machine trying to find a way around him on the outside. There goes Dumais. He tried to make a pass on the outside. It didn't work. Moore holds him off. And Chris Stewart's to the right. Dumais got him. He went around the outside and got him. Dumais takes over the lead. Chris Stewart now goes underneath. It looks like Moore, and he gets second spot. So it's Dumais, Stewart, and it looks like Moore in third. Is that Ian Perot? That was Camness, who was in fourth spot, is now in second. That was Camness making that move. Terrific move by the Dana Point rider. Woo! They're going to be coming up on some lap traffic here, but look at this. There's still 8 or 9 riders that can still win this race. They're all tied together coming over the crest of the hill and down the back straightaway. It looks like that could be Dumais out in front. Uh-oh, they're coming up on the left rider at the most dangerous point in the racetrack. That guy better get out of the way. He's got a lot of veterans barreling down on him. Here they come down the front straightaway. It's still Moore. No, it's Dumais out in front with Camness in second spot. This is Camness' best run ever. We've got Moore in third spot, Chris Stewart in fourth spot, Ian Perot in fifth. And in sixth spot, it looks like they were side by side, but that was bike number 184 going around turn number 1. Boy, all eyes at the front of the pack here. I mean, there's probably some great middle of the pack duels, but we got to concentrate on the prize money. These guys are going for a lot of money out here, and right now James Domey has $1,300 in his pocket if he can hold on to the lead. Boy, that can change awful easy. Camness, in his best ride ever now, is looking a way around to get into the lead. They go up the hill once again. It's Domey, the Suzuki of Glendale rider, out in front. Camness in second spot. It was Moore and Stewart battling for third. Ian Perot, also that fifth rider. Now, as those 5 riders now look like they're starting to inch their way ahead of everybody else. Camness on that Norm Pippin tuned to GSXR machine. He's on the Dunlop tire. Oh, they got a couple of riders down in 5, 3 or 4 of them down over there. And they're right in the middle of the track. They're going to pull out the red flag on the race. They're going to have a red flag on the race. 3 or 4 riders down in 5. lap, and then I guess start the green flag this one over again. Tough luck, because this is going to wreak havoc with guys like Cavness and Domey and Stewart and more, because these guys got great starts. One of the feature main events, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go 8 laps again, and away they go into turn number 1. Boy, from that third row, Stewart goes all the way up into third place. A good ride by Chris Stewart up into the third, and now it looks like we're settling into what we had before the red flag came out. A duel between Moore. It's going to be Ian Pro up there as well. It's going to be James Domey, and Scott Cavness, one of those new riders. Let's see if Cavness can make any inroads today. Look at this, 5 riders breaking away from the rest of the field, and they're going into turn number 3, 2 and 3 abreast. There they go up the hill for the first time. On the restart. Look at this. There's not really anybody dominating at this stage of the race. But look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, about 7 riders going for the lead as they go down that back straightaway. Amazingly enough, the Dana Point rider, Scott Cavness, in second spot. And look at this, coming up in third, that could be Richard Moore. We're going to check out the numbers and the names for you, but look at it. Any one of those 5 riders can take it. Ian Perot, the New Zealand rider, looks like he's in there. And oh, we got a rider passing on the inside. A very bold move. Here they come down to complete lap number 1. Cavness in the draft and going for the lead. And look at this, Mike Menning up in there. He's going to be in third spot, and he's going to go into second. Moore's leading into 1. Oh, it looks like Cavness took back second spot. Menning in third. Domey in 4th spot. Stewart in 5th spot. Oh, incredibly enough, this is the best run for Mike Menning. Mike Menning, of course, was down in about 10th spot before that red flag came out, and we expect to see Menning do well in the open class, but not in the 750, and he's going strong. Look at this. 4 riders climb all over each other as they head into turn number 3. They're 4 abreast. Cavness is in the lead. Cavness is taking over the lead, but look at the battle that's going on. This isn't going to end. I mean, these guys could probably end up doing this if this race was 20 laps. It looks like it's Cavness and Domey and Richard Moore. Mike Menning up there as well, and Chris Stewart. We're going to try and get the top 10 for you this time, because any one of these top 10 guys can take it. Look at this, Cavness starting to mow away as he heads into turn number 8. Well, where did this guy, all of a sudden, he's either got a lot of riding talent in 1 month, or he got a lot of horsepower. How do you get a horsepower out of a, quote, stock engine? Or we'll have to ask you that a little bit later. Here they come out of turn number 9. Cavness on one of the best runs of his life right now, coming out of turn number 9. The guy's never won one before. Here they come, down the first runway, and he's pulling away. Oh, Menning and Moore have got to be wondering, what has this guy got? Domey in 4th spot. Stewart now in 5th. Pulls alongside Domey. Let's see who outbreaks who. Oh, Domey takes over 4th again. Stewart settling back there in 5th. Jeff Hagan running in 6th spot. And we got Pete Carroll, the U.S. Endurance Racing Champion, in 7th. And then Ian Perot dropping back in there to 8th. New Zealand rider, Ian Perot back in 8th spot. This, of course, the restart really hurts the New Zealand rider. He was running up there in about 4th position when that red flag came out the first time. But look at this, Scott Cavness, the rider out of Dana Point. A terrific ride. He's on that Norm Pippin Messler tire shod bike sponsored by Anaheim Suzuki, and he's got that bike out in front. Richard Moore on the Vance and Hines sponsored bike running in 2nd spot. He's on that Bill Foster tuned Pirelli shod machine and running in 3rd spot. Mike Menning, and boy, there's a surprise Mike Menning. Of course, we expect to do well, as we mentioned, in the open class. Not in this class, but look at Mike Menning go. Boy, this guy wants those points. Looks like Domey now has moved up in the 3rd, and look at this, he's coming up on Moore for 2nd. He's going to blow by Moore. No, Moore's going to hold him off. Domey gets around him. Domey in 2nd spot. Oh, Domey has been coming on strong lately as a new rider from last year. Now let's see if he can go after your leader, Cavness. Here comes Cavness down the front straightaway. It's Cavness, Domey, and Moore in that order. Here they come. It's Moore in 3rd, Menning in 4th. That's Pete claiming, boy, all these guys that are running in the top 10, they all stole Roloff's line going around turn number 2. They're taking the fast way around. They finally learned your line, Earl, after all these years. Bike number 38 out in front, that's Cavness. Then comes Domey in second. In third spot, it's Moore. In fourth spot, it's Minig. In fifth spot, it's Pete Carroll. In sixth spot, it's Chris Stewart. Now he's dropped off the pace. And then bike number 26 in seventh spot, that's Jeff Hagan. And then in eighth spot, it's Ian Perot, the New Zealand rider. In ninth spot, it's Chuck Graves. And in 10th spot, Steve Reynosa. That is your top 10. Boy, you know, Reynosa has a lot of talent, and here he is in 10th spot. Look at this. Domey is in second spot, but boy, I'm telling you, Cavness's lead is now in jeopardy. He looks like Domey definitely finds the fast way around turn number 8. He's the fastest guy going into that section of the racetrack. And you're right, Domey just does not shut off the throttle coming out of that turn number 9. Here they come. Cavness turns around to see who his competition is, and it's going to be Domey. They're coming out to get the halfway flag. And look at this, Domey's in the draft. Let's see if he pulls alongside of him. He pulls out the pass, but no, he doesn't quite do it this time. Minig's back there in fourth spot. Moore is in third still. That would be your 3 in the winner's circle right now. Cavness, Domey, and Moore. But boy, I'll tell you, Moore's got a battle on his hands between who those guys are trying to run him down. Is that... There goes Domey. He's trying the inside. He's trying the outside of Cavness. We're going to keep an eye on that battle for the lead as they go up the hill. Oh, Domey went a little wide coming around turn number 3 and lost a little bit of yardage on your leader. Back there in 4th, 5th, and 6th, that's Minig, Carroll, and Stewart really having a knockdown handlebar-to-handlebar duel there for third spot. Look at that battle for third. Moore's having a tough time with Carroll and with Minig. Minig hanging right in there. The best ride in the 750 class we've seen Minig have all year long. Pete Carroll also is going to come to join the fight. Here goes the pass for the lead. Domey tries him on the inside, and Cavness shuts him off. They're going around turn number 8. He's going to try the outside now. He's not going to do it this time. He's going to try and draft him down the front straightaway or roll off up here in the booth. Seems to think that's what he's going to do. Who would know better than Earl? Oh, Cavness got a good drive out of 9 and pulls out a little bit of a lead again as they come down the front straightaway. Watch Domey now. He's in the draft. Let's see. He's going to pull him along. He takes a peek at the lead, but he's not going to do it. Look at this great race for third. They're going into turn number 1, 3 abreast, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, one guy went wide. Minig went wide. Tommy Lynch now, the rookie rider who we expected a lot of good things out of, now just passed Reynosa for 10th spot, so he is now up in the top 10. Tom Lynch not having a good ride today at all. I guess on a shock absorber he can't get quite used to. Uh-oh, one of your riders in that top 3 went a little wider on turn number 2, so it's Cavness in the lead. Domey trying to find a way around him. Moore still running in third spot. It's Carroll now, Pete Carroll. Maybe running up there in the top 3. We'll check that out. But it's Moore and Minig and Stewart still battling it out for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, let's see what happens this time now. They go over the crest of the hill. Cavness knows Domey is all over him. Here he goes down that back straightaway. There goes Domey. He's got the horsepower. Let's see if he can do it. There he goes. On the inside, he's got him. Domey's got the lead. He's never won one. I don't think he's won one this year. I think he's finished 3rd a couple of times. Domey's won I think he's won a GSXR race, but Richard Moore, I think, has been dominating. But anyway, Moore is the points leader coming in. Domey, I think, won last month, and he's trying to stretch it out now over Cavness. Cavness definitely in the best run of his life is not going to let him get away. Look at Pete Carroll, the endurance racing champion, is up into 3rd. But he just got passed. He just got past and is back into 4th. So Pete Carroll, your U.S. endurance racing champion from last year, that's your national champion, back in 4th place. Earl, you're right. It takes a little while for these endurance riders to get used to the sprint speeds these guys are used to. And Carroll now is starting to motor up in front of the pack. Okay, next time around, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be the white flag. This thing's going to go right down to the end. Who's it going to be? Is Domey going to pull out a big lead over Cavness? Is Cavness going to settle for 2nd spot? We're going to find out. We're going to have some back markers. markers that may have an interesting thing to say about the end of this race. And there's one right there getting in the way. Look out! Cavness is having a tough time getting around him. Domain, I think, had a good advantage on that one. Now has opened up about a 10-yard bike lead, and now he's stretching it out. Domain may be on his way to winning his second GSXR Suzuki 750 race. Look at this battle for third. A terrific scrap between four riders back there in third spot. It's going to be Carroll, Moore, Minnig, and Chris Stewart. That's going to go right down to the finish. We don't know who we're going to have as the third place finisher in the winner's circle. This is going to be a four-rider knockdown, drag-out duel for third spot, as it looks like our first two positions have been settled, but we'll keep an eye on it. There goes Dumais. They get the white flag, one more left to go. Cavness in second spot. Look at this four-rider duel for third. It's Carroll, Moore, Minnig, and Stewart in that order. And there goes Moore. Moore takes Carroll on the inside and gets third. Ian Perot starting to fall back in a little bit in the back. Chuck Gray starting to work his way up now. Cavness is making a run on Dumais again as they go around lap traffic into two, and yes, he is definitely making up some ground. He is right on him coming up into turn number 3. This is the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that under braking. Dumais holds him off. Cavness, as we mentioned, the ride of his life, pulling up alongside of him last lap. They're at the top of the hill. Scott's going to have to just kind of sit it down a little bit and not get over anxious as he's right on Dumais. Let's see if he can get into the draft and get him down the back straightaway. Dumais looks almost just insurmountable when he opens that bike up and goes down that back straightaway. There they go, the last time, ladies and gentlemen. Down that back straightaway they go. It's Dumais and Cavness. And boy, I don't know who we're going to get for third. It's Moore and currently running in third right now as they get around some lap traffic. Then they go around turn number 8, up to about 140 miles an hour. Cavness is right there, and he's crawling all over Dumais. They're coming out of turn number 9. He's in the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the finish. It's going to be Dumais and Cavness, and it's going to be Dumais. He's going to hold him off. Cavness is going to get second. And look at this battle for third. Who's going to get third? It's going to be Moore. Moore finally pulls away and gets third spot. Woo, great race. We'd like to have Scott Cavness, James Dumais, and Richard Moore in the winner's circle. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you want to gather around the winner's circle over here by the snack bar. Let's get a big round of applause when the riders come in. We'll get an interview with the top 3. We want James Dumais, Scott Cavness, and Richard Moore down here in the winner's circle, please. Let's get them on down here, and everybody, let's get on over here. A great race, one of the best races of the day so far. And in fact, if we could get the Suzuki representative, Bob Starr, down here, we'd appreciate it. We understand he's out here for his first race of the year.